All right, we're back with Jenny for the last
Yay, I made it
session.
this far.
You did great. Thank you so much. It's not easy going through
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
all this hard stuff that you've lived through. But we're going to sum it up right now, and we're going to
Okay.
talk about the real Jenny and what's on the inside and the authentic person that you are. And there's a few things that we're going to wrap that around, and one of them is I'd like for you to hear about your husband now, Mark.
Okay. I've been married to Mark for, I think, close to 15 years. He actually knew my first husband. They lived in the same neighborhood. And, you know, they knew each other. They weren't friends or anything, but Mark knew my first husband. But Mark and I were friends in high school, grade school, high school. And when we went to IU, he would always come to my parents' tailgate parties because my brothers were all there and we'd all hang out together. So Mark was always a friend of mine growing up. He always dated my friends, never dated me. Okay, interesting, right?
Yeah.
So, fast forward, my brother runs into Mark at a baseball diamond and said, oh my gosh, you know, Gary is sick. He's going to be passing away soon. You need to call my sister. So he didn't call me, but he was there at the funeral and the viewing. And then a week after the funeral, he called me and said, can I come over and cut your grass?
Aww.
And I said, I would love that.
Yeah.
So he came over and cut our grass, and he did it every week. He didn't even call me, you know. And so one night he called me and said, hey, there's an IU game on TV tonight. I'm coming over. We're going to watch an IU game. So we sat there and watched an IU game, and then he just said, we never dated. And I'm like, no, I would never date you. And he goes, really? And I said, no. And he goes, well, let's go out on a date. So we went out on a date, and we had a ball, Lisa. We had so much fun. And he goes, let's go out on another date. And then he goes, except next time, let's bring Will. And that's my son.
Yeah.
So anyway, look what happened. Fast forward. He was just such a wonderful guy. He would come over and play with Will, and he'd go, you need to go up and take a shower. I'll play with Will. We're going out to dinner. You know, and everything included Will.
Oh, fabulous.
So it's pretty cool. He was going through a horrible divorce, and his girls were in middle school at the time. And so he just needed a place to come, and we brought him a lot of happiness.
Yeah.
So but we just connected on a super spiritual level, too. We both went to the same church. It was almost like God sent him to me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So.
Is that part of the difference as to the Mark you wouldn't date and
Yeah.
the Mark it is?
Oh, it is.
Wow.
It is, totally.
Interesting.
Totally. Of course, he was different, too. I mean, he was...
Right. We mature a little bit.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Yeah, he was, big fraternity boy. And, but, yeah, I mean, he was great. And I just felt so good when he was around me.
Nice.
I felt comforted. I felt loved. And it was so funny because my mom was still alive, and my mom's like, I'm worried about her dating him to my girlfriend. And my girlfriend goes, oh, Mom, don't worry. He's loved her since the 7th grade.
What?
Yeah.
She thought
Yes, he loved me in 7th grade.
He did?
He did. But he was
Aww.
too shy to ask me out.
So he just asked all your other friends out?
Yes.
Just asked around you?
Yes. Yes.
But it wasn't the time then. It
I know.
wasn't the right time.
I know. And I really think we we both had to live our own lives before we could come together, because I think we both learned so much about marriage, about love, about faith. We learned everything in our previous marriages.
Yeah.
So that when we got together, it's been easy, and it has. It's been good.
Oh,
It's been
a beautiful
good.
story.
I know. It's happy.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And so tell us about Will.
Tell you about Will. Okay, well, when he was 3 years old, he wanted to be a doctor or a backhoe driver.
Oh.
And my brother said, well, why don't you be the owner of the backhoe company or a doctor? And he goes, I'll be a doctor. He couldn't say his R's, but his whole life he wanted to be a dermatologist. His whole life. I mean, and he's not super brilliant. He's a smart kid, but he's not. It doesn't come easy to him. I mean, he studies his butt off, Lisa. And Carmel, he did well in school, probably straight A's, maybe a B here and there. But it wasn't like crazy smart. But then he went to IU. He wanted to get into the IU med school. And he didn't get into the IU med school because his grades or his MCAT wasn't good enough. And then he researched Marion, and Marion has a great DO program. But he wanted to, before applying to their D program, he wanted to go get a graduate degree too. Because, why not, right? God. So he got his graduate degree in medical biology, or I don't even know what it is in. But that got him a direct interview to the Marion program. And then he was selected.
Fantastic.
So, so right now he's third year med student. He's thriving. He studies all the time. He lives at home, but I never see him. But he's doing great. And he might not be a dermatologist.
Yeah.
He might have other aspirations.
Yeah, that's okay. Sometimes we're we go on a certain path, but we got to figure out what it is.
Yeah, but he's doing well, and he's had an army raise him. He really has. From Gary's family to my family, Mark has been a huge mentor to him with school, with sports, with girls.
And Mark loves hockey too.
Mark
right?
loves hockey too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Mark played hockey at IU. Yeah, Mark is the one that actually, when he was 3, or when he came up to my house the first time, he goes, "Oh my God, your kid is chubby," and I'm like, "Stop that!" And he goes, "He needs to get some exercise. We need to get him on the ice." So Mark took him to all those practices and stuff. So yeah. So I have to thank Mark for having him play hockey.
And he's not chubby now.
He's not chubby. He's actually very fit, which is
Yes.
pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
Pretty awesome. So yeah, life is pretty good, Lise.
Yeah, I saw the video on the Outrun the Sun.
Oh yeah.
That we spoke of earlier, and he has a pretty big role of. He speaks through that a lot, and he does a really good job of presenting himself well, and just so proud of that kid. I mean, I remember him coming to my house. He's little.
Yeah.
I remember him. I don't know if I would call him chubby. I just remember him being this sweet, cute little guy. So.
Yeah, and he was, and he's still the same sweet, cute little guy.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, I'm so happy. It's so good.
Very good.
It's hard thing he's managed through a lot of hard stuff, but he's used it to make him stronger.
Yeah, and I think going through all that crap, Lisa, does make you happy, like the happy things make you even more happier,
Right.
you know, because you know how bad it can be,
Yeah.
you know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, things could be a lot worse,
Yeah.
you know, but they're so good. I mean, we are truly blessed. I am truly blessed.
What would you say to the woman who just lost her husband and has a child at home?
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's so hard. But you have to reach out. You have to just love each other and live. You know, you have to live. And I don't know how you make yourself do that. You know, I had a lot of faith. And I had, like I said, a lot of army behind me helping me lift me up. But, you know, I prayed a lot too to get me through it.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, those days were horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But you get through it.
Yeah.
And life continues, and it will get better. It got way better for me. So.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you'd like to tell the audience that maybe you've learned, something that you wish your younger self might have known, something that comes to mind that you just feel is valuable, that maybe when you were younger you wish, man, I wish I would have known that?
When I was going through all of my grief, for whatever grief moment it was, I had a hard time, like when I found out my husband had the disease, when I found out I had cancer, I had a hard time at that moment to know that it's going to be okay. I'm going to get through. It's going to be okay. You know, I kind of let myself, poor pitiful me type thing. And I kind of stuck into that for a little bit. And I wish I wouldn't have had those feelings, like poor pitiful, that selfish, because life does get better. And it's what you make of it too, you know. Because I saw myself spiraling at each time I was grieving. I just saw myself and I'm like, I can't live like this. I have to be positive. I have to be positive for my son. I have to be positive for me, you know?
But you can't just talk yourself into that, right? I mean, I think you've mentioned it's okay to get medication.
Yeah.
It's okay to reach out for help.
Right.
Like, it's not, we can't just really like just expect to pray it away. I mean,
No.
It's part of the process. And looking back, maybe you wish you wouldn't have stayed there as long as you did, but you still have to do that. You can't escape it.
Right. But what I had, like people talking to me, like my family would come over and my brothers would just sit and talk about, after Gary had died, they would sit and just talk about, oh, Gary would have loved this game, the Colts, blah, blah, blah. You know, Gary saw this game. What do you think he's thinking of it? You know, just constantly keeping them alive in our hearts, I guess.
You'd say that was very helpful.
Yeah, it was.
Talking about him.
Yeah.
Not just like acting like, okay, he's not here, we can't talk about it. Just like acting like he's still in the room or.
And that, I think that saved me, like talking about my breast cancer, you know, just like, here it is, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
That's how I deal with things.
Yeah.
And you know, initially I found myself kind of going down the deep hole, and then I had to get myself up. Like, okay, who can I call to help me get out of my hole? You know?
Yeah.
So
fantastic.
But yeah,
because we have to go there. We have to.
Oh yeah.
We have to have that self-pity. We have to feel sorry for ourselves to actually recognize what's happening.
Yeah.
Right. But then to recognize, okay, I'm tired. I don't want to keep going down. What steps can I take to move forward?
Absolutely. Because I mean, it's exhausting when you live like that.
It is.
In that downward spiral, You know, I don't like myself like that. That's
Yeah.
not who I'm made up of,
No.
you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So what is Jenny dreaming about these days?
what am I dreaming about? Wow. Well, I'm dreaming about that condo on the beach that my son is going to buy me in Mark. You can sit there and watch the sunrise and sunset. Not really. I just, you know, I mean, I would enjoy that. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I just dream about families staying together and more grandchildren, I guess, right?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Is there anything more you'd like to share?
I think I've shared enough.
You have been amazing. Thank you for your getting real with us.
Getting real with Lisa.
Get
Is
real
that
with
the name
me.
of it?
No, I don't know yet because we didn't solve any problems, but I hope that through your witness and through what you share, that there's some people out there that will listen to your story and hear your heartache and hear your joy and the hope that comes in, that we as believers do cling to that hope, that we won't know all these answers here, but we got to dig deep and keep moving.
That's
And
right.
you've been such an amazing example of that to me and so many other people that love you. We probably can't count them all because there's probably people you don't even know that are feeling the same way. But thank you for sharing your heartache and your pain and yourself.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate you.
Love you, girl.
Love you too.